When it comes to losing or maintaining weight, there are a lot of tricks, a lot of quick fixes that you can do. And yes, sometimes they will work for the short term, but the fact is that if you want to maintain weight long term, maintain a low weight, you'll be fit and healthy and thin long term, it's about lifestyle habits. It's not just about, going on some crazy detox diet. It's about the everyday. It's about the little things. So these are tricks to keep the fat off that fit chicks and guys do every single day without even thinking. It takes a little while to start making these things become habits, but at the end of the day, it is the little choices. It's not just going to the gym and burning off 350 calories. That's nice, but then you go home and you eat a pizza, and they don't equal. So it's about the little things. So first, plate size. Plates can be gigantic. I mean, they can be like this big, and for some reason we feel the need to consume everything on our plates. I am one of them. I don't like to leave a plate with extra food on it. So this is the size of my plate. It's small, I know, but the fact is that this is the amount of food that I should be eating, except when it comes to vegetables and salads, because you can eat endless amounts of salad and vegetables as long as you make sure that the toppings you put on are low fat. So that's my plate. These are my bowls, small. One for color, if I'm in a colorful mood, and then just a plain white. And this is what I have my oatmeal and egg in every morning. It's also what I put my lunch in because it gives me a stopping point. I don't have this gigantic bowl that I think I need to fill up with insane amounts of food that will not just overfill me, but also in the end make me fat. Then in the pantry, I always have a measuring cup. This is half a cup. I know that my oatmeal requires half a cup, and half a cup is 2.5 grams of fat, 160 calories, 28 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. Instead of haphazardly just pouring the oatmeal and attempting to guess, generally you're going to get that guess wrong. If you're completely in touch with serving sizes first, fantastic. You might get that guess right, but get used to what a size of a serving looks like. So even though I think I know what the serving size looks like, I'm still going to depend on this half cup instead. Do it with cereals. Do it with pasta. Anything that has a serving size that requires a cup amount, have the cup so you can just measure it out. It really helps. You know what you're eating. I mean, instead of just guessing. Then when I'm cooking, instead of using oil or butter, olive oil spray. This makes it so that you are cutting out huge amounts of fat immediately. And oftentimes, I'll even use chicken stock or vegetable stock. So if I'm doing a stir fry, I'll do a little bit of olive oil spray at the bottom, put the onions in, cook that down a little bit so they're nice and sweet. And then the vegetables, if the vegetables start to dry, instead of pouring in oil, I put in some chicken stock, vegetable stock, or just a little bit of water. It makes it so that you have that moisture without the fat. Little essential tip. Then when it comes to snacking, I'm a snacker, okay? But beyond just my desire to eat something in the middle of the day, if you want to keep your metabolism revved up, and your metabolism is your body's natural fat-burning mechanism, then you need to eat little things during the day. So I always have at least one protein bar in my purse. The key with protein bars, though, is you need to look at the nutrition facts. So on the back, this is a Luna bar, and it's nuts over chocolate. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm splurging, and I'm not, because it's only 180 calories, 6 grams of fat, 2 grams of saturated fat, 25 grams of carbs, and 9 grams of protein. What you want to look at are the calories and the saturated fat, because in the end, it's the calories that add up. If you are burning less calories than you're consuming, you're gaining weight. If you want to lose weight, you have to burn more calories than you're consuming. So keeping that calorie count down. So this one is 180, and this is Golean Kashi, which is also really tasty, and it's 160 calories, and 4.5 grams of fat, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, 26 carbs, 8 grams of fat. I try to keep it under 180 calories and under 2.5 grams of saturated fat for my protein bars. But on the go, I mean, honestly, sometimes I'll have this as before my lunch, or if I know my lunch is going to be really late, I'll have a protein bar because I need something to keep me fueled and also to keep my mind functioning. Another idea, almond butter. I know it's super fattening, but this is a single serve. So, you know, I'm the person who sits there with the bought thing of peanut butter and just eats and eats and eats. And sometimes I would have the peanut butter and the jelly and do a spoon of each and eat that. And in the end, you have no idea how much you've just consumed. So this is a little pouch. It's Justin's Maple Almond Butter. It's super tasty. 190 calories and 16 grams of fat. Okay, it is 16 grams of fat, but it's almond fat. So, you know, it's not as bad. And again, it's the calories. And this is low in calories. It's 190 calories, and it's going to keep me going if I'm hungry. And I feel like I am splurging on a really tasty snack. Sometimes I'll just have half. So you're cutting that down. Another thing I love is this Sea's Gift roasted seaweed snack. It's seaweed, okay? It is, but it's so tasty. I love seaweed. And seaweed also has lecithin, which is great to help minimize cellulite and connective tissue, so minimize wrinkles and cellulite. Yeah, love it. And this is 30 calories and 2 grams of fat and 1 gram of protein. And it's not like I have to, again, guess, how much have I eaten? Wait, let me calculate the fat and calories. There's no guessing. You finish the package, you're done. That's it. Then, this ahi tuna jerky. This is 80 calories per serving, 2 servings per container, and 14 grams of protein, only 5 carbs. And what I love about it is it makes me feel like I'm eating something decadent and rich. I mean, you're not just swallowing this. You know, you have to gnaw on this stuff for a while. It oddly tastes like turkey jerky. I don't know why, but I love fish, and I try and have more because you want those omega fatty acids, and so fish is a great way to do that. Another snack, popcorn. Now, this is the 100-calorie healthy pop kettle corn, and it's only 1 Weight Watchers point if that's what you're following, 90 calories actually, and 2 grams of fat. So again, you're done with the container, that's it. You're not eating anymore. If you want to add extra flavor, sometimes what I'll do is, once it's popped, I spray on some of the olive oil, and then I sprinkle on some salt or some white pepper or both, or sometimes I'll do cayenne pepper, which is nice and spicy and a natural fat burner, and other times I'll do cinnamon. So you can add really different interesting things and spice it up if you want more than just plain popcorn flavor. Then, because I do love dessert, and sometimes it get a little bit crazy with the desserts, grapefruit. Grapefruit is a natural fat burner. It also makes it so that you don't want dessert anymore, because, you know, when you have orange juice, and then, or you brush your teeth and then you have orange juice, it's nasty. Kind of the same thing with grapefruit. So you have a grapefruit, and then you don't want chocolate anymore. It's amazing. And you're naturally burning fat. So sometimes I'll have a grapefruit after dinner. And you want to make sure that you have several servings of fruit a day. So I actually already had one today as a snack. If you love chocolate, which I do, and you need the chocolate and grapefruit's not cutting it, these are these teeny little pieces of chocolate. They're with espresso inside. And I got them from Whole Foods. I know they sell them at Trader Joe's, and I'm sure other places too. And they're just these little pieces of chocolate with espresso, and they're only 1 to 2 calories per piece, and super tasty. I love to eat them all day. But the great thing is there's only, I think, 140 calories in the entire tin. So it's not like you're doing something awful. And it really helps me with my sweet tooth. It does. It cuts the craving. If you need a little bit more, these little single serving chocolates, 30 calories, 3 grams of fat, and you just pop it in your mouth. If I can open the container. And see, little, perfect. Amazing amount of chocolate. Another trick with chocolate, let it sit in your mouth for a little while and dissolve so you get the full flavor of the chocolate. Really tasty, and then you don't need it. You know, sometimes we just eat and we eat and we eat so fast when we're swallowing and we're not even tasting and enjoying it. What is the point of that? Instead, savor it, you know, savor that flavor on your tongue. It's amazing. That's the point. Another dessert, frozen fruit. Blueberries, and these are pineapple chunks. They're my 2 favorites. And so at the end of the night, if I want something sweet, I'll just have a bowl of my frozen fruits. There's also mango. You can do it yourself too if you want. You know, if you go to farmer's market and you buy fresh blueberries and they're about to go bad, throw them in the freezer instead of in the trash. Same thing with grapes. I love frozen grapes. I always have some in my fridge. And you just put it in your own baggie and there you go. But if I do need that major chocolate fix, I love these little delicious, so delicious, dairy-free chocolate minis. They're mini. I mean, mini, teeny. But they're only, 90 calories and 2 grams of fat. And they're so chocolatey and decadent, they really are. So that makes it so that I don't need any more chocolate. So it is those just teeny little healthy habits that you need to incorporate into your day. And after a while, you won't even have to think about it. It's just the way it is. And suddenly, you're living fit, you're fighting off fat, and that is your Quickie in the Kitchen today.